Does anyone... Yeah, Sam had a question for Holden. Or a statement.
He did. Oh,
no, Jesse. I mean, not Jesse. Yeah. Jake. It's your turn.
Jake. I mean, I had said because you're scared about losing your position.
Oh yeah, then he said no. He wants to leave his position eventually. He just needs to find someone that helps keep that follows his worldview for it. And then Sam. Go Jake.
But my thing onto that is that you're worried that if Nigel had a chance to, he would take over your corner.
Yeah, he would take over 2 corners. 3. He would take up 3 positions collectively if he got mine.
Because Catherine was not giving up hers.
No, not without a fight, and she has a lot more power than I do. But
does she have more power than Nigel?
No, Nigel's easily the strongest.
Okay.
So
what section do you have?
He kind of holds. He draws it on a piece of paper. So here we go. So how it works is, like, let's just say I'm right here, right? Mm-hmm. We all sit. I'm going to be real with you guys. It's really hokey. Whenever we meet, we always follow the same ritualistic steps and we sit in the same positions because there's some sort of fucking reason behind it. Just because all these things need a structure and a reason, and there's just like a whole history behind it. Anyways, I sit on this seat down here. I'm Holden.
Holden's having a rough day.
Swanson sits across from me. That means him and I are at odds the most, and these two, I can generally trust on them to help me keep the balance in check. It's just like that natural, like, kind of conflict that happens, right?
If something happened that suddenly, say, you and Swanson's above him, right?
Yeah, across from me. Not above, across from me.
Yeah. If something were to happen that, say, for some reason puts you two on the same side, would that mean the table organization would change? Or is this like a set thing?
Well, honestly, in terms of our meetings, I imagine if we sat on the same side of the table, everything would be okay. In terms of the great power and responsibility and the pact that we signed to get here, if him and I were on the same side, I honestly don't know what could happen. Maybe in theory there's a way for us to break the circle completely, but I don't know enough to do that.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting it.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam's turn.
She just stands up. I'm out, if that's even an option.
Yeah.
You know, I have an entity that controls me and has a piece of me, and Catherine has a piece of me, and Nigel has a piece of me, and
oh no, Nigel doesn't have.
Sure, this entity has a piece of me that has been sold. I've been sold to this entity by Nigel. You know, and I think I'm not going to say that I will not help my friends because that is not in my nature, but I'm not interested in working for you. And she'll leave.
All right.
Karen, under her breath, just mutters, "Bold."
After that pause, after she leaves, and the door, here we guys hear the door close in the distance, says, so one last thing, if you leave, you're totally free to, but I have no sway of protecting you anymore. You are free meat to everything in Red Hall. Just so you guys should all know, I maybe should have started with that, but that's Sam's problem.
You kind of said it.
That's Sam's problem.
Camera frozen for you guys too?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
It doesn't matter. It looks beautiful.
Majestic.
So,
it is.
like everyone else waiting for someone else to hand in their tests so you don't look like you finished too soon, would anyone like to follow suit and leave like Samantha did? This is your chance.
Like I said, I have no idea what I'm getting into, and you're the only person who's been straight with me, so I feel like you're probably my best bet at this moment in time.
Karen will, lean towards Shane. Think very carefully about what you choose to do. You don't trust
I'm
him,
already here because of you, so I might as
but
well.
I'm saying this might be the only option you have for a potential turning point. Just putting that out there. And I freely admit that that is my fault. And I wish that I could take it back, but I can't. And so consider this warning as much penance as I can pay.
I mean, I got a show to make. I'm stuck here anyway.
Do we get like a cool badge or anything?
No,
Jackets.
you're not a police officer.
Can we get like
Not
club
anymore.
jackets?
You can make your own jackets, but please do not put any sort of symbol on them that you are working for me. This is...
It'll just say "cool guys" on the back. That's all.
I understand that you guys do not agree with what I am doing here. And frankly, I do not care. That's why I'm telling you right now to either stay or go. However, from here on out, if you go, I can offer you no assistance. And I will not offer you any assistance. So really it's down to I'm just waiting to hear from Jake and Jesse.
Is Karen's in this, right?
Karen's in this.
Don't have another option.
So are you trying to convince Shane to do this or not? Because I'm confused.
I
Extending him a caution.
am
He's
just
been here for like 48 hours, man.
suggesting he think wisely about this choice. Most people who go through a significant traumatic experience in Red Hall somehow end up quite quickly wrapped up in it intimately, and there might be regrets later.
It's true. Sometimes you look into something, and then 48 hours later, you're a chair.
I mean, Catherine knows about him, so... Yes, you. So he's in this or not. I mean, it is still his choice.
I would never take that choice away from him.
All right, Holden. Obviously, we're in, but what are the details? Like, I just go about doing me, you call, I say how high.
No. Honestly, at this point, I think we're past that. You guys have shown that you have some talent at staying alive in this city.
All right.
And when I was young, at a certain point, I stopped believing in fate. And then when I took this position, I realized that fate has kind of just been in control of us the whole time. But fate isn't just fate. It's something else. Something mysterious and powerful that exists in this city, whether it be a book that predicts the future or a great green light waiting to swallow us when it's able to pierce through, or some crazy fucking man who turns people into chairs. Whatever it is, this city has a point for all of us. And eventually my string is going to run out, and I'm going to fall into the great black abyss that waits me on the other side. But by then, I'm hoping that I at least save everyone in Red Hall as best I can, with a few people dying on the way, because that's just what's necessary here. You don't get to make good decisions when you have the power here in this city. So what I'm asking is you guys are going to just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to investigate the things you want to investigate. But while we're doing this, we're going to look for ways to amass a bit more power than we should, and maybe at the very least get Nigel out of here. Or, honestly, my expected Best case scenario is eventually one of you will be able to continue my fight. And I'll just be able to just fall asleep forever. And on the plus side, next time, if you're in my employ and you're like, you know what we want to do? We want to go find this chairman. I'll say maybe don't go find the chairman. Go here instead.
Who's
You
this
guys-
chairman?
Don't worry about
It's
it.
a long story. What's his fucking name? I looked it up. What's his name?
You have it.
Snyder.
Paul Hogan.
Pete Schneider.
Oh, the director of that movie you told me to look into?
Yeah, Peter Schneider. Yeah.
Peter Schneider.
I know where he is. If you guys want to find him and put an end to this for the time being, I can give you the exact place he's staying right now.
Okay, I'm
You
in.
just,
Great
he just
satisfaction.
rang Jake's bell right there.
I am in.
And honestly, do what you fucking will with him.
Does anyone have a
Eventually-
copy of this movie?
One second.
Andrew's
Shane. They'll explain.
Andrew's potentially dead, and I gotta get this Pete Schneider guy? Sure, yeah, let's do it.
So, how things work, just so you guys know, these entities look for playthings. They look for points into our world that they can get their influence from. This thing that I've heard you guys call the Stitcher or whatever, not his real name. More often than not, they don't have names. They just exist, and you have no reason to name yourself, right? We only have names because fucking it's in our culture or our parents called us that, right? We need to name things. These things, they don't care. This guy wants one thing, and that is people that he can inflict this pain on and make these effigies that he worships. That chair, Jesse, that is for something for this fucking entity to look at and essentially just jerk off onto, right? So, he can't do it. He uses this Pete Schneider to get those things happening. So you cut off Pete Schneider's head, you kill him in some way. Eventually this entity is going to find someone else. He usually marks this person by red string or some other signs. Or, for example, you might experience similar things that the original person has. And then eventually, once this man is dead, after a few days, months, years, this entity will find a new host to hook onto and continue their worship. We can't stop them for the time being, as we don't know how, but maybe eventually we can. We can at the very least slow them down.
So, if we kill Pete Schneider...
I don't think
The
we gotta
next-
kill Pete Schneider. Don't kill Pete. Pete's good. Pete's a good guy. Don't kill Pete. I've decided.
The next person will be the one who has red string around that's been
It's all
following him.
different.
Pete,
They're all
Pete's a
different.
good guy. I don't need to talk to him to know that Pete's a good guy.
I take it, Jesse, that you have been getting some of these visions.
He's got so much red string!
Oh, no. But Pete's probably a cool guy.
No. It's so good.
Jen, don't kill Pete. I've never asked you for anything. Don't kill Pete.
You've asked me for lots of things, but...
Never demanded anything of you. Don't kill Pete.
Sorry. Still very new. Entities?
Entities are just a term we use to describe a being of unknowable form, power, purpose, origin.
I know the definition of entity.
Then you know what they are.
All right.
They're... That... He just kind of goes into his own head.
Well, okay, Shane, you know how like when you were a kid you read about the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they actually exist in Red Hall, not in that exact form, but all those cryptids, they're real things that exist here.
Very
Think
real.
about it, Shane. Footage of Bigfoot.
Yeah, but does he have some, like, electromagnetic field around him that makes everything blurry? Like...
Well, we don't have... Bigfoot's not real.
Yeah, I never thought he was real. I was making a very dry joke. Anyway...
But he could be real.
He's not real in Red Hall anyway.
But I just,
Just to make
Like-
you happy, Jesse.
out of every monster you hear about, Bigfoot's the most plausible. If there's a guy that jerks off on leather chairs,
Not to be
Bigfoot.
rude, Jesse,
What?
but it seems like we're all in, so perhaps we could hurry things along. Some of us have places to be, lives to continue.
All right.
Jerks off on a leather chair.
Okay, so, well, Pete's story aside, what do you need us to do now?
Honestly,
Nothing physical, please.
no. Right now, I'm gonna be looking for ways that we can upset the status quo of the circle, break the rules there, and you guys just follow the 3 rules I said earlier.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I was still confused. Can you repeat those?
sure, don't go into places waving a gun around. Don't get the
That
cops
seems- yep.
involved, and don't go talking to other members of the circle. Super easy.
Just out of curiosity, what happens if I just kill Nigel?
If Sam were here, she would tell you you've been over this, but she's not, so she won't.
You know what vampires are, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In short.
So Nigel, this fucker is like 150 years old.
Yeah, he's not non-human.
He's not human. He's not a vampire. Vampires don't exist. But he's the
so you're
closest.
just testing my knowledge.
He's the closest. That's basically me giving you a one word to describe what he is. He
Okay.
drains life from people to extend his. He is, for all intents and purposes, as far as I know, immortal.
As long as he's got meat for the slaughter.
Yeah, in a way, but also because of his seat, he's able to feed off of more power.
Okay, so can't put a bullet in Nigel's head. Gotcha.
No, you could definitely try. I would love to see it. I would love if
I
you
also
shot
feel
that fucker in the
You
head.
can be alone on that one, Jesse.
I also feel like you probably could shoot him in the head,
Oh
whether it
yeah,
would do
it'd be great
anything
to
or
see,
not.
but he'll be okay. He'll just keep walking.
Straight towards you.
It's a shame that Sam left, because she was the only one of this group who's seen him.
I mean, does he know that I'm with you?
Probably eventually he will. Time is ticking. But more so for the insight of what he's capable of. I could tell you, but it'll just sound like the same doom and gloom that I've been spewing for the last 25 minutes. So she has the real insight on what he does. And what he does isn't pretty.
Okay, well.
In this case, if you're all in, I'm going to go. We can start moving some
Right.
stuff over. Jake, feel free to move what you want here. Just make sure you still sleep in that warehouse up near the edge of the city, okay?
All right.
If you have any questions, just text me or email me, please. I'll talk to you guys very soon.
Sounds good.
And with that, Holden leaves.
After like a moment's, I assume, silence amongst the group after
Yeah.
his departure, Karen will also get up, and she'll kind of like straighten herself out and grab her bag. And as she walks out, she's gonna walk past Shane. She's gonna pause and just say, "From this point on, you don't get to blame me for your choices anymore. This is statute of limitations. I warned you." And she'll leave.
After she leaves, the 3 guys are like, "Let's go kill a man!"
Anyone, we have the power.
No, Pete Snyder.
We're not killing Pete. Pete's a good
We're
guy.
killing Pete. I'm killing Pete.
If you kill Pete, I'm gonna make you into a chair.
And then jizz on you, apparently?
No, not me. I don't do the jizzing.
That's a first for James to say.
No, he literally does not do the jizzing.
All right. Well. I'm gonna get up and see if I can't cut Karen off.
Are you gonna try and catch up to her?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll say you could probably totally manage that by her car.
Beautiful. Oh, like before you leave, I mean, before you pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. I'll just
She's like unlocking her doors.
Oh, good.
As a side
So
note,
it's even more awkward that you're knocking on her skull.
As a side note, before this conversation happens, the Disney Heroes game, they just released Goliath from Gargoyles, so...
Oh
that's
fuck! I need to
amazing.
start playing again. God damn it!
Yeah, you guys should
I
go
love what-
check. I just sent... you can now buy gifts for your guild, so you guys got a bunch of crates waiting for you. From Daddy. Jesse, take it.
All right.
Just when I thought I was out.
I'll just try and get up to Karen and just be like,
She'll
tough
turn
sprint.
and look.
Yeah. So, you've obviously been doing this a while.
You could say that, sure.
Listen, I know you've got a life and things to do, but I thought maybe tonight we can go out for dinner and you can give me a little perspective on what I just agreed to.
They gonna fuck.
This is the second time you've asked me out on a date, but
Dinner is not explicitly a date unless you want it to be a date.
I was making a joke.
Yeah, me too.
Inside, both of your hearts are breaking.
Yeah. Missed connections. Reddit. Yeah, I just
Look, I'm not sure I can offer much insight
Karen,
more
if I
than
may be
you know.
so blunt, you seem to share my cynicism.
Not sure if that's a compliment or not.
I know. I don't know how to deal with that. I suppose
That's like a slap and a thank you.
that's true.
All right. Well, you text me when and where. And I'm just going to confidently walk away.
To your car a few steps away.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a little bewildered and she just kind of watches you walk away and then gets into her car and drives away.
Shane and Jake, you guys are still inside.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah,
While they're still inside, whatever they're doing, before Jesse drives away, he has realized Shane's still in there. So I'm going to give it a little bit and see if Shane comes out and what the situation is before I offer him a ride.
no, Jake's just gonna get up and go.
Shane's gonna sit there for just a couple seconds longer because he doesn't fucking know this guy. And he kind of just looks around. Is the warehouse just empty currently, other than the 5 chairs that were there?
No, there's like a bunch of like scrap metal, like some push boxes, some pallets. It's just like an empty abandoned warehouse where it looks like they cleared out as much as they could, but there's still some residue left.
Cool. Yeah, he leaves.
So Jesse, after a few moments, Jake leaves, and then a few seconds after that, Shane steps outside as well.
Is Jake walking? He's walking right to his car, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to roll down my window and be like, don't kill Pete!
No promises.
That's fair. That's very fair. And then I'll reach over and open my passenger door and fling it open. And just like, look at Shane.
Hey.
That's the universal gesture for get in.
Oh, he gets in.
Cool. Well, you have breakfast yet?
It's
Uh,
2 p.m.
I had lunch,
Oh.
but I mean, like, I'm always down for breakfast. Breakfast is delicious.
Well. Okay. Let's. I haven't eaten yet today, so
That's not good.
let's go get some food. You tried naans yet?
Is that Nans or Nons?
Nan,
'Cause they're-
They're right next to each other though, so it's
Naans,
Which one-
Nans.
which one did we
It's the
gone
same
to?
place.
What was the diner
Nans.
we went to? Nance?
No, you went
Yeah,
to an
diner.
Italian place, didn't you?
I don't remember.
You went
I
to
don't
like
think
some
we went to
Italian
Nan.
restaurant because there was pasta.
Yeah, we
Nobody
went. We went to. It was like the tavern, or something.
No, you guys went to some random place.
Yeah, we haven't been to Nan's. Shane, at least. Shane,
Joe's.
and I have.
You guys had
No, I have not.
Joe's Italian restaurant.
Right.
Right.
Nah.
Welcome to Joe's. Thank you for
Welcome
coming
to
to Joe's.
Joe's. Oh,
Good.
Joe.
I'm gonna take Shane to Nan's.
Cool. Sam, you left about 15 minutes ago in a huff. Where are you going?
Home.
Sure as you get home, David is sleeping on the couch.
I slam the door as I come in, not realizing he's sleeping.
He jumps up startled and nearly screams when you do that.
I'm sorry. I forgot that you were here for a moment.
He's out of it. He's like, "Is everything okay?"
That's a broad question to ask right now, don't you think? Sorry, I don't mean to be abrupt or curt. I just had a meeting with Holden, and that is never easy.
Who's Holden?
Huh.
oh no.
Just a guy. I know.
Is he some new manager? He's what? Who's Holden?
It's not important. I'm sorry for waking you.
It's okay.
Do you want to go back to sleep? I can head into my room and let you
I think
rest.
I think I'm up. I was dreaming that I was still there.
I'm real sorry. I know I've said that a lot, but probably gonna have a few more in me.
I think I'm gonna go have like a hot shower or something.
Okay.
And then he goes to the bathroom.
It never comes out.
He sinks down the drain. Oh.
Thanks. Thanks, James.
Just some ambiance for you.
Sam
Did you text
is
him what's playing on the
going.
radio?
No, he fucking sent me a message of how long is that video?
Just an hour of fucking V8 Mustang idling.
Okay, cool. Sam, go ahead.
Sam's gonna stomp around the house for a while. She's gonna like kind of make a snack, but not really eat it, and she's gonna try to watch TV and not really be invested in it, and thus turn it off. And eventually, she's going to try and find the camera that appeared from her entity,
she still has
and
it.
she's gonna throw it off the balcony.
Oh, cool.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Nice. Give me a strength check. Let's see how far you throw it.
And if it kills anybody on it,
Rolls 100.
I
You actually
rolled
can't
a-
lift up the microwave.
5.
Oh, you chuck it.
Yeah.
You kill a toddler.
I'm
Just
only
fucking him
on
in
like
the
the
side,
second or
man.
third floor.
Second
kill
floor
a
because Andrew was able to get up there easily.
That's right. There you go. Second floor.
As you're
And
standing,
then she's just gonna she kind of just stares after it.
Nice, yeah. The cold air hits you a bit differently as you're standing out here right now. Red Hall truly does seem a little different after your trip through that place. It doesn't really feel like home anymore, but did Red Hall ever truly feel like a home in the first place? Let's take a break
Such
for
a good
YouTube
question.
while we comprehend these questions.